In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to auto-format Google Form responses in Google Sheets. If you find this useful, consider subscribing and liking the video. Alright, let's dive right in. The first thing you need to do is open up your Google form. If you already have a form in mind that's collecting responses, go ahead and select it. Once you've opened your form, you should see a few tabs at the top. What we want to focus on right now is the Responses tab, which is usually situated at the top. Before we can do any formatting, we need to make sure that your form is set up properly to collect responses. So let's click on the Settings option, which you should find somewhere on the page. Once you're in the settings, the next step is to click on Make this a quiz. By enabling this option, you're allowing people who access your form to answer your questions, and it's super important that their responses are collected for you to analyze later. Now, while you're in the settings, you might also want to consider collecting email addresses. This can be handy if you need to send follow-ups or confirmations to respondents. But that's totally optional. You can choose to skip this step if you prefer not to collect emails. With the form configured to your liking, it's time to auto-format those responses in Google Sheets. To do this, head back to that Responses tab we opened earlier. In this tab, look for a button that says Link to Sheets. This will allow you to either select an existing spreadsheet where you want these responses to go, or create a new one. If you choose to create a new spreadsheet, and I recommend this for simplicity, just click the Create a New Spreadsheet option. When you do this, you'll be prompted to name your spreadsheet. Feel free to name it something that will help you easily identify what it contains. Once you've named it, click the Create button. Now, a new Google Sheets document will be generated for you with all your form responses. It might take a few seconds to load, depending on your internet connection, so just give it a moment. Once it's open, you'll see all the responses beautifully laid out in the spreadsheet. You should have the responses, timestamps, any scores, and the questions that you've created neatly organized. It's a pretty straightforward setup, and it paves the way for easy analysis later on. Now, one of the great features of Google Sheets is that you can take this a step further. Depending on your needs, you might want to add some auto-formatting features. For instance, you can highlight specific cells, use conditional formatting to visually differentiate scores, or even apply filters to sort through responses. If you find yourself needing help with any of these additional features, we can definitely cover that in future videos. Just let me know in the comments below what you'd like to learn more about. So in conclusion, that's how you auto-format Google Form responses in Google Sheets. This simple process not only makes data collection more organized, but also sets you up for some insightful analysis later on. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more tips and tricks. Happy data organizing!